So UFC 315 went down this weekend, and the main event had probably some of the highest stakes of any main event in the past year or so. Not because of the guys in the main event, because honestly, not many people really cared about that fight, but it was for the fact that if Belal won, right, Islam was going to stay a lightweight, fight Ilya. If he lost and Jack Della Maddalena won, Islam would move up to welterweight, which is what happened. Jack Della Maddalena won, but it is still a mystery if Islam is going to move up. I don't think it's a done deal yet. Maybe I'll make another video on this, guys. I think potentially Ilya versus Islam could still happen. I think it is a huge sign that the fight didn't get announced. But I made a video, guys, reacting to this, and yeah, Islam Makhachev betrayed Belal Muhammad, betrayed his quote-unquote friend, guys. Belal did not want to fight Islam because they were friends, right? Belal went on multiple interviews.
Islam and you, there's no chance that would ever happen, right? Because of your guys' friendship?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for me, like, the loyalty means more than anything, especially with those guys. Like they've done, and it helped me so much. Like you've been with them, you train with them,
Yeah.
like you understand like the brotherhood,
Yeah, of course,
of them guys.
Yeah.
So like I would never want to like disrespect them in any way, or I couldn't even like fight him. If Habib was in their corner, it was just like break my heart because he was one of the guys when I was like still coming up. Even though he's younger than me, like I still like look up to a guy like that.
But Islam has never really shown the same respect to Belal. You can't really find many interviews of, Islam showing Belal that respect. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because he's a bad friend. But we're also going to get into it because, like I said yesterday, I talked about it yesterday, exposing Islam Makhachev, and that's what this video is about, because some of the comments were disagreeing with me, and I want to break down your points, guys. I think it is pretty clear as day. Yeah, Islam is being an L friend. You can't deny this. It didn't even take 20 minutes for Islam Makhachev to capitalize off his own friend's defeat, guys. Like Islam was just waiting, praying on his downfall, and the moment Belal lost, he must have been so excited and just tweeted out all of his thoughts about moving up to welterweight, not even giving his boy Belal a chance to, try to get himself an immediate title shot, even though that would never happen. I want to react to some of your comments because some of them were hateful, some of them were mean, some of them were nice. We're gonna get into it, guys. This is literal brain rot trying to cook up drama out of nothing. Islam wants the 170 belt so he can become champ. He could have moved up a while ago, but he didn't because Belal is his friend. He would rather not fight him, so he chose to wait for him to lose the belt so he doesn't have to fight him. Or he might fight him if Belal ends up dominating 170, which even Belal said after JDM, he would want Islam to fight him. Belal lost. Simple as that. Now, Islam wants to get double belt. 8 minutes of nothing. When Islam bodies JDM and Ilya, you will make another 8-minute video making excuses and another about some next fake-ass drama that nobody gives a shit about. Like, first of all, like, you gave a shit that you clicked on the video. You clearly care about this topic. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, saying this is brain rot, like, it's insane to me. It's like, this person said something about a fighter that I don't like, right? It must be brain rot. It must be that I'm some Islam Makhachev hater. I mean, you read the bottom. He's talking about how I'm gonna make excuses for Ilya and Islam. Like, you don't have to glaze him this bad. Like, bro, he doesn't know who you are. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not even mad about this. Look, you're giving your opinion, but it's just sad. Like, bro, he probably is more likely to know who I am than you, bro. So, I mean, honestly, hop off, bro. I am way more likely to literally glaze Islam than you are. The problem isn't the fact that, Islam's moving up to 170. Of course, that's allowed. Like, nobody's questioning that. The problem is the time, guys. We talked about this in the video. Literally within 20 minutes, Islam's on Twitter. Like, I want to ask you guys this, and you guys let me know in the comment section below, and let me know how much you'd be willing to bet. What do you think Islam did first? You think he posted on Twitter, or do you think he texted on his friend Belal, his so-called best friend Belal, and said, oh, hey, how are you doing after the loss? Like, what do you think he did first? No, I guarantee you he hopped on Twitter first. That just goes to show how close of friends they are, quote-unquote close. And remember, guys, Belal would go on so many interviews, like, humiliating himself, glazing Islam, uplifting him. Nah, bro, you're following the trend right now. Since you're a YouTuber, you get a pass, but you can't act like Islam was preying on his downfall. He gave options and it went a certain way. Like, first of all, I shouldn't get a pass, right? I mean, if you're faking your opinions for, like, for views and this and that, like, you're just corny and it's obvious to everybody. So I wouldn't get a pass. This is genuinely how I feel, guys, and I'm doubling down here. I genuinely feel like this, but I just think it's just crazy, just the disregard for Belal here. Like, I mean, this is someone apparently you guys have trained together, and this is a guy that that, you know, as soon as he loses his title, it's like, let me go jump on the bandwagon and let me go move this division on without him. I mean, let's push him out. Let's push him out of this title picture completely. I know that Bilal's not going to get an immediate title shot. I know that, but it's just crazy that Islam didn't even give him the respect or the time. Islam's just like, yeah, there's no shot you're getting a fucking immediate title shot, you waste of life. I am coming for your title here. You clearly never had any friends, but to your point, Makhachev and Belal are not friends. They are close sort of relatives, like cousins who don't meet and don't mess with their plans because of their relationship. Also, Makhachev is just like that. Him in DC or anybody, he is sarcastic and serious. And he literally tweeted support to Belal. What do you want about? I mean, I don't know what you're saying is sarcastic. Like, if you're trying to say any of Islam's tweets from the other night were sarcastic, like, they were not. Pretty clear as day being serious. It's pretty obvious when you see them talk about each other, when you see the fact that Islam would never really turn down a fight with Belal. I think Islam would be down to fight Belal. I think he's happy that Belal lost so that he could fight at 170. Would you stop trying to divide those brothers with your nonsense? Typical media trick used the same way as Israel has with Palestine. Just shut the fuck up and try getting in a treadmill and stop eating so much carbs, lard ass. And yes, we tracked down who wrote this comment. I mean, Prince Ali Abdulaziz. I don't understand people. Like, it can't just be that we have different opinions. It has to be that, you know, I'm dividing people, man. Like, I'm the media. I'm the mainstream media. Like, this is insane. Like, people will just say fake news and in mainstream media to anything they don't like. Like, I am, like, the opposite of mainstream media. Like, this is, like, the actual complete, like, opposite end of a spectrum. Like, you're just saying words because you're mad. Love you, bro, but this is not a good take. If Belal was still champ, he wouldn't fight him for the belt and miss out on being double champ until it is out of his possession. Let's be honest, Belal wouldn't get an immediate title shot. We all know how much Islam wants to be a double champ. Why would he wait up to the point where Belal could become the champ again, which could have happened again? He would have wasted so much time. And yeah, like, good thing we're ending it off with, like, a very reasonable comment. Like, you know, first of all, we're allowed to disagree, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I think is so funny about a lot of these comments. It's like, dude, like, when I see someone disagreeing with me, my first thought isn't, oh my god, they must be fans of the other side. Like, it's just paranoia. People have different opinions, and that's that. Like, if you are seriously, like, you know, coming up with theories, if you can't even fathom the fact that your opinion is, like, wrong, or that your favorite fighter could even look negative to anybody without there being some alternative motive, that is some serious cult behavior, guys. But yeah, no, look, at the end of the day, I definitely understand that my problem, as I've said over and over again, isn't Islam moving up to welterweight, right? If he tweeted this the next morning, this wouldn't be that big of a deal. But doing it right after the fight happened, I mean, you're not even going to talk to Belal and say, hey, yo, this is good. Give him a little courtesy call or, you know, talk things out. I mean, obviously, we don't know what has gone behind the scenes, to be fair. Let me put it like this. I feel like this is a fair example to end it off. Let's say you're married, right? And, you know, your wife's mother is sick, right? And she moves in with you and she's dying. And eventually she dies, right? And then literally 20 minutes, right? After she dies, you tell your wife, you're like, yo, you know what we should do? We should take your mom's old bed out and put, like, mats on the floor, put some punching bags in there, and let's start an MMA gym. Like, I mean, let's just go crazy. Let's go ham in there. I think your wife would kind of feel a certain type of way, right? Because it's like, yes, while maybe those are okay for future plans, you don't have to spring them on me right as this thing just happened and, you know, start pushing for it, right? That's just my opinion. Take a breath. The fight is still going to be there for Islam, and it just shows the disregard. So, guys, I hope that comparison, you know, really put the bow on the end of this video, guys. Check out my last video where I reacted to UFC 315 and talked about this topic a little more in depth. You guys are the best fan base MMA. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.